Hey guys, welcome to Bansi Cloud Tag, and this is Chris, and today I am going to present you how to install Kubernetes in AWS. As you all know, you're familiar with the AWS is a cloud computing and Kubernetes is a cluster. So we'll see how it will be done in the AWS environment. Here we will see that first we need to get a in Route 53 we have to open the Route 53 page and create one domain. So created host zone, it will come. So create hosted zone. Once you click into the created hosted zone, it will give the domain name service, and domain name service you fill up your domain which you have created either in freenome or .tk. So type I am giving public hosted zone. So here you can see that I have hosted in the freenome and I have taken the test17m.tk. So once it is done, what we will do is, as I told, domain name we have to enter and public host name you have enter. Once it is done, you have to create a host. So it will give you four different name service. So these name service you have to copy into the freenome. So copy the above name servers to the freenome. You should use the use custom name servers. Enter in this name server 1, name server 2, name server 3 and 4. Basically it will have 4 name server which you have to copy to your website. So then we will create a new IAM role for EC2 with admin access, and also will attach the IAM role to EC instance. Step 2, we will give the AWS configure and configure the IAM user access key and secret key with the region. Here you can see here AWS configure. Basically everybody will be doing, but for the beginners I am telling. So once you give this command, it will ask for AWS access key ID, secret key, access key. So both you have to give. Region you can give your region, and output also you can give JSON. Once it is done, step 3, you need to install kops. How we will install kops? You have to get from the Google the kops version, and you can download to the EC2 instance by curl-lo and give the full path of the curl software. Once it is downloaded, you will change the execute permission, and you can also rename the kops. And once it is done, you can check for the kops version, and then we will install the kubectl. The similar way you have to google it for the kubectl, and you can download using the curl command. And the similar way you have to change the execute permission and rename it, and you can check the kops version. Once it is done, you can create a bucket, AWS S3 bucket for kops to persist its state. So how we will create the bucket name? So bucket name is the, here I am doing in command line, you can use the GUI as well. So bucket underscore name is equal to sample kops state. I have given the store test 17m. Similar way I have created the bucket in the region US East 1. Once it is done, we will provide a name for the Kubernetes cluster and set the S3 bucket URL in the environment variable. How it is done? Export kops cluster name. I have given my domain name, you have to give yours, and then I have exported the bucket. Then what, step 7, create a Kubernetes cluster definition using kops by providing the required field. However, you can see the command kops create cluster --- state kops state store node count master size t2 micro. I have given -node size is equal to t2 micro. Zone I have given east 1, and the cluster name. Step 8, now create the Kubernetes cluster by execute the kops update command. Kops get cluster, kops update cluster -name, kops cluster name -state, the kops state so -s. Once it is done, we'll go to the step 9, that is validating the cluster. Kops validate cluster -state and the state store and name cluster name. And once it is done, we can get the kubectl cluster info. So step 11, we will connect to the master and check the connection. So what we are doing is, we have to the RSA SSH gen we can do and get the key. Here SSH-i, and we will give to the ID RSA admin at the API. So you will land out into the cluster. So once it is done, we will create a pod.yaml file. Here we are giving the kind is equal to replication controller 1, replicas 8 we have given, and container port 8080 we have given. And once it is done, create -f pods.mla. It will, you can see that there are all the replicas are been running now. Once it is done, we will see kubectl describe pods name node app. Here you can see the IP and the port name. Now we will expose the port 880 which is shown by the below command kubectl expose port node app -f type node port -f port 8080. So kubectl get service, it will give the service name. You can see the service name. Now we will go inside the container kubectl get service, and then we will ssh-s-sh id rsa admin @apa test 17. You can see here. Then once we are done, we will run the Kubernetes curl command, and you can see the Kubernetes is running. If once you want to do this in GUI, you can similar way you can show that you EC2 instance you have to go, and you have to make some changes in the security group inbound and outbound. This is nothing but we have to give the all traffic all. Basically it is not recommended in the real-time environment, but for this POC purpose I have done this. So all traffic all. So once it is done, you can see here. So security group I have done it, TCP all, and again I have seen here. So once you do that, what you have to do is you will type the once the inbound and outbound is being made, you can see here. Not then you will give the in HTTP comment HTTP page web page. You have to give the IP address and the port name. So port name you can see here, whatever the port name it's given. So that port name if you give EC2 port name, it is taken as 31750. So it will show the Kubernetes up and running. So guys, so that's conclude our session of the Kubernetes installation in the AWS in a simple steps. So do like the video and hit the like button, and also subscribe to channel to get more videos like this interesting, and do let us know how you feel about this and what all things you need in my video. Thank you. Cheers. Bye. This is Chris from Vansi Cloud Tech. Bye bye.